Hummingbird family, this video is going to be very different than my past videos, and it's specifically tailored for people who have been subjected some sort of abuse, a narcissistic, toxic, have been around sociopaths or psychopaths. You're going to be able to relate as when the reading ends, I will share part of my story in hopes that it gives you hope. Okay? So I do work in the area of mental health and I specialize in trauma. And one of the things that many of my clients have shared with me through the years is this relief about being believed of the horrific things that they went through. And I specialized I went to school for my second degree in psychology after I left a very abusive relationship. I had to escape a very abusive relationship in my life. And I decided to work in this field and dedicate my life to help others. Okay. Um, Today, I decided to do a reading for myself and I pulled out this card. And after I pulled it, I felt a strong sense to share part of my story because some of you may be struggling with this. And maybe as a community, we can uplift one another. Okay. I am a mental health clinician, and I work under the scope of the psychological practices. That doesn't mean I don't have my own spiritual beliefs. We have the right to have our beliefs, and this page shares those spiritual beliefs with you. You don't have to endorse them. If they don't resonate with you, they're not for you, okay? I do believe that dark personalities or personalities that want to hurt us or injure us have a spiritual component to them, a darkness to them that aims to drain you of your light, aims to make you feel weak, aims to destroy your self esteem and your ability to share your own gifts. So I pulled this card today and it says, Share your gifts. I'm going to read it to you. We all have gifts of spirit that we're here to share. The ego often discounts them as not good enough, not significant enough, not important enough to make a difference. Don't fall into this trap and hide them. Know that the simple endowments of spirit, which are grounded in love and kindness, come from your heart and are needed now more than anything. Life isn't demanding any great thing of you in this moment. It's only asking that you trust your spirit and you share your gifts, which may include the ability to listen, to calm others, to make a meal, to organize a situation, to run errands, to offer a hand, to be patient, or to make another laugh. You know in your heart of hearts that your spirit is gifted at sharing with others. Now it's the time to do this. Don't be shy. Share your gifts as others need your love and kindness now. When I read this card, I felt pulled to share my story. So I work, like I said, in the area of mental health, and I don't share with clients. It's really not ethical for us to be sharing our stories. It's their time. But there's times when I wish I could, because I know that many people who have endured this very cruel personality um, uh, could feel validated by it. So I'm an older woman, so we're talking about 20 odd years ago. I left in a very abusive relationship in which I was pushed while pregnant. My face was spit on. I was called every derogatory name. There was financial abuse. There was verbal abuse, and my spirit yearned for safety. At the time, I took my baby and I ran. I fled. I left home. Unfortunately, if you've been in these types of relationships and you have a child, the abuse doesn't end. We can overcome things as adults, and I have been very blessed to have overcome and gained my self-esteem back. I set healthy boundaries. I feel very good about the choices I've made. Unfortunately, the children are still affected. And I want to dedicate this reading to the children that we unknowingly brought into this world with these very dark personalities who are supported by family systems that enable this type of abuse. I went one day from having what I thought was a family to everyone shutting me down. These are all professional people, so it happens in all cultures. There's no exceptions. I went to having to ask for food for myself at a shelter. I went from considering taking my life more than once, from the pain, from the loneliness, and the smear campaigns that I endured. Now, I understand the systems now because I've studied them, and I understand it was the system, it wasn't me. But the system continues to try to abuse you through your children, okay? And our children suffer. And as I'm doing this reading, I'm sharing with you that I'm living through some of that, my adult child suffering the consequences of a very dark personality and the enablers. Now, unfortunately for me, my abuser is an attorney, and he and the person that he paired up with are also attorneys, and they worked for the high courts, the high federal courts, which left me financially at a disadvantage as well as legally at a disadvantage. So this caused a lot of hardship and some parental alienation in the process, where my child was very brainwashed and intoxicated, and felt abandoned while I was in the background doing my best to gain custody of false accusations. So it's been a battle, to say the least, of over 20 years. So please be careful who you procreate with. Now, I'm sharing this story because if you have dealt with this or know anybody who has dealt with this, I want you to know that you are seen, that I believe you, that while it might feel very lonely, you're not alone. Okay, there's people who have endured that. And perhaps my story is a gift to you, knowing that you can overcome this. And I also want to pause and take the time as a collective to make a meditation or a prayer, if that's your belief system, or a chant or a mantra, whatever your belief system is, for the children that were brought up in this environment so they too may heal. Okay, so for my child, your children, and the children of the world who were caught up in these very dark energies that try to hinder who they are, try to place roles on them and cut their potential, that they may heal from that, that all of us may heal from this, and that our spirit may shine out and that we may live our life purpose. Thank you for listening. I hope this message was helpful for someone. It is a little longer since it included my part of my story. I hope that it resonated. Please let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, guys.